Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Denver Broncos.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see happen in practice.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And all the way down to the 29.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And normally when you see guys move it this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The first down run not going to get him a whole lot, maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Forced out to his left. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, 28 yards. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So in the early going, this will be the first drive of the game for this offense. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to take off with it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided to better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does. A red zone situation forthcoming as this defense will need to step up here. 1st and 10. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The Broncos' new signee for 2020, Sam Martin, former Lion, on to punt. Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk. This is taken at the 18. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
22-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hundley. This one caught by Isabella. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Throwing, Hundley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Albert Okuebunam was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the 2nd quarter, so get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot, because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
And he'll have this past the 30, prior to going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Here's the third-year running back, Phillip Lindsay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, they'll throw.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run crowd as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's the third-year man from Oregon. It's Royce Freeman. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Rifles one incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Airing it out for Hamilton. This is caught inside the 15. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Devon Kennard just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. He'll find Lindsay here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 3 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That's complete. Okuebuna. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
A 32-yard attempt.
McManus able to put it through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. That ball complete to Isabella. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. One more half of preseason football to go. And then all eyes will look ahead to 1 week from tonight, the annual NFL kickoff game, and that promises to be a dandy. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue to see guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 20.
Now Hundley. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Dan Arnold, and it'll bring up third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Taken in at the 22. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They'll give him a yard on the play, and the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. first down. He'll drop to throw it. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
The 45-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28.
So we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Right up on the right, the deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
To throw now on first down. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
And the Broncos first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, but it's going to be second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Second and goal. At the 1 yard.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos will extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
And his throw here's incomplete. Chase Edmonds, the man he was looking for, and that'll make it third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
And that will be incomplete as well. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Second and 10.
His throw is incomplete. On third down, it's Freeman. And shutting him off. Now open field. A Bronco first down there. 12 yards on the play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On second down, Freeman. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with fourth down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right, it was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again.
And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Fumble on the play.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they will take a knee here.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on second down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on third down?
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He's going to let let fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Dan Arnold.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
What is
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.